Started to do my top 5 Wednesday a little bit early because I have school on Wednesdays. But the theme this week is top 5 paranormal creatures that are featured in books or like the heart of a story. So I chose 5, and then I'll tell you these are books I haven't read yet, and then I'll tell you a couple of my books that I have read that I really did like the characters. So the first one I'm going to talk about, I got this at BookCon last year, and it's The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black. She's wrote a lot of different ones, but this one I think is about vampires, I think. It's what it seems like to me anyway. And I have actually read Holly Black's White Cat series, which was about magicians that I really enjoyed, and I've heard really good things about it. I really have sometimes have an aversion to vampire novels ever since Twilight, but I've heard a lot of good things, so hopefully I like it when I get around to it. And I also have a bunch of her fairy novels. I have Darkest Part of the Forest and The Cruel Prince. So hopefully I'll get to read those too, but this is definitely on the top of my list for vampire novels. The next book I'm going to show you is an arc. Actually, the rest of these are all arcs. And this is The Hazelwood by Melissa Alpert, and this comes out in January 2018. And this is about a girl named Alice and her mom who seem to have really, really bad luck and are always on the run from something. But when her grandmother dies, and her grandmother is a reclusive author who wrote very, very dark fairy tales. Alice learns how bad their luck can get. Her mother is stolen away by a figure who claims to come from the hinterland, the world where the stories are set, and Alice's only lead is a message. Her mother says, "Stay away from the Hazelwood." Alice has long since steered clear of her grandma's closest fans, but now she has no choice but to ally with a classmate, Ellery Finch, a superman who may have his own reasons for wanting to help her. To retrieve her mother, Alice must venture first to the Hazelwood, into the world where her grandmother's tales began, and find out why her own story went so wrong. That sounds really, really good. And I know Kristen from Super Space Chick has read this and really, really enjoyed it. So hopefully I will get to read it soon. And this cover is so pretty, and it actually is signed as well. It's a signed book, which my friend picked up for me from ALA. So hopefully I will get to read this soon as well. The next book that I hope to read soon is Unearthed by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, and I really love them as a writing duo. I read their space trilogy that I really liked, and this is a book about when Earth intercepts. So it's about aliens. So when Earth intercepts a message from a long extinct race, it seems like solid solution humanity has been waiting for. The undying advanced technology has the potential to undo environmental damage and turn lives around, and their message leads to the planet Gaia's, a treasure trove waiting to be explored. For Jules Addison and the fellow scholars, the discovery of the ancient alien culture offers an unprinted opportunity for study as long as scavengers like Amelia Radcliffe don't loot everything first. Despite their opposing reasons for smuggling themselves into the alien cleaning service, they're both desperate to uncover the riches hidden in the undying temples. Beset by a rival gang, Julie and Mia form a fragile alliance, but both are keeping secrets that make trust nearly impossible. As they race to decode the ancient message, Julie and Mia must navigate the traps and trials within the undying temples and stay one step ahead of the scavengers on their heels. They came to Gaia to cement that they had far more to fear than their fellow humans, than the ancient beings whose mysterious they're trying to unravel. But the more they learn about the undying, the more Jules and Mia start to feel like the presence in the temple is part of a grand design, one that could spell the end for the human race. The way that this was pitched to me is it's kind of like Lara Croft Tomb Raider in space, which I thought was so interesting and really, really cool. And again, I hope to read this soon. I really love them as a writing duo in this cover. The real cover is actually gorgeous, but this one is really, really pretty too. And the next one is a book that I literally just got from New York City Comic Con, and it's about necromancers, and it's called Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh, and it is a necromancer story, but also an LGBTQ story, and this comes out in January as well. And then the next one was another book I picked up from Comic Con, and it is about mermaids, and it is Daughter of the Siren Queen, which is the sequel to Daughter of the Pirate King, which I really, really loved. I thought it was such a fun novel, and I really hope to read this soon. And then another mermaid novel that is coming out in February is also To Kill a Kingdom, which is, I've heard amazing things about, and my friend's currently reading it now and says it's super good, and I really hope to read this soon as well. I'm probably not going to wait until February for this one either. But those are all the books that, those are my top 5 books that I really hope to read that I haven't read yet. A couple of other ones that I really do like is the Bloodlines and Vampire Academy series. I really did like those when I read those. I thought that those were really, really well done, and changed my mind about vampire novels for since then. I also really like the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare, because I feel like she doesn't focus on one type of mystical creature, but includes a lot of ones in her worlds, and I really do like that as well. So those are just a couple of shout outs for the series that I have completed that I really like. But these ones are ones that I just would like to read quickly. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!